political or economic event. Radio Algeria International, our voice in the world.
This is the English service of Radio Algeria International. It's time for the news.
Algeria will celebrate the National Day of the National People's Army, initiated by the President of the Republic, Supreme Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense, Mr. Abdelmajid Tebboune. The Summer University of the official of the Sahrawi Polisario Front today kicked off at the Mohammed Boughara University in the province of Boumerdès, east of Algiers. And as hundreds of people rallied in various cities across the world to denounce the continued Israeli violence in Gaza, at least 98 Palestinians have been killed over the past 24 hours in new attacks targeting various areas of the enclave. Hello and welcome, Radio Algeria International. I'm Mariam Barshi. Algeria will celebrate the National Day of the National People's Army, initiated by the President of the Republic, Supreme Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense, Mr. Abdelmajid Tebboune, to highlight the sacred bond existing between the people and their army in recognition of the role of the military institution in the process of rebuilding and defending the unity and sovereignty of the country. The unique bond is a source of pride for all Algerians who massively participate to all the activities and events organized by the army, as demonstrated by the historic turnout at the military parade to mark the 70th anniversary of the outbreak of the glorious revolution of national liberation, supervised by the President of the Republic. President Tebboune recalled that the doctrine of the People's National Army is defensive and that its armaments are intended exclusively to defense or for the defense of Algeria and the protection of its national sovereignty, in addition to contributing to the establishment of international peace and security in accordance with our country's international and regional commitments in compliance with international law and within the framework of our constitutional principles and rules. The development and reinforcement of defensive capabilities and the building of a strong and feared army have enabled our armed forces to reach the threshold of modernity, development and operational efficiency, and are the result of the far-sight vision of the ANP High Command and the relentless efforts of all its personnel efforts, which cover various levels and areas including training, the acquisition of the latest equipment and weaponry, the mastery of advanced and complex technologies, as well as continuous training and preparation for combat. It highlights the positive and qualitative results of the demonstrative and tactical exercises organized recently, which have helped to enhance the operational capabilities and combat skills of the various units and formation, thus demonstrating the level of competence and effectiveness achieved by our army, as also demonstrated by the remarkable results in the fight against terrorism and organized crime. The Minister Delegate to the Minister of National Defense, Chief of Staff of the People's National Army, Army General Said Changreha, has presided over an award ceremony held in honor of the nation's cadets, winners of the baccalaureate and secondary education certificate examinations for the June 2025 session. The ceremony took place following the remarkable results obtained by the cadets of the nation in the baccalaureate and in the secondary education certificate exams. On the occasion, the Army General made a speech and extended the laureates the congratulations of the President of the Republic for the excellent results achieved by the national cadet schools during the session.
I am honored on this occasion to extend to you, the cadets of the nation and laureates of the baccalaureate and the secondary education certificate for this year's June session, the greetings of the President of the Republic and Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Minister of National Defense, Mr. Abdelmajid Tebboune, who also expressed his best wishes of success for your educational and professional journey, as you are considered the future senior officials of the Algerian state and the National People's Army. I also expressed in my name my greetings to all your graduated colleagues for this remarkable achievement, which has crowned your efforts and perseverance to acquire further knowledge along the year.
The Army General also hailed the remarkable success achieved by the female cadets of the nation.
I
also seize this opportunity to hail the brilliant results achieved by the female cadets of the nation who succeeded, alike the past years, to secure 100% success rate and proved once again that they have the will and determination to succeed. I extend my best wishes and greeting and urge them to seek to achieve further successes while keeping in mind that the Army's Supreme Command will always encourage them by setting the adequate conditions for success, excellency and creativity in their educational and professional journey.
At the end of the ceremony, a cadet was given the opportunity to give 2 speeches on behalf of their comrades. Algeria has presided its program for the chairmanship of the Peace and Security Council of the African Union for the month of August. During its chairmanship, Algeria intends to work with the other member states to promote the peace and security agenda and for the Pan-African Organization. Algeria's ambassador to Ethiopia and permanent representative to the African Union, Mohamed Khalid, shared the country's program.
I have the great honor and pleasure to present the program of work of the Algerian presidency of the Peace and Security Council, which has been structured so that the planned meetings cover 3 main areas. 1. Assessment of threats and challenges to peace and security on the continent. We will attempt to develop a matrix of these threats and the means to address them. 2. Review of crisis situations, including a field mission. 3. Consultating and briefing sessions between the Peace and Security Council and various organs and regional economic communities in Africa. In general, this work program proposes 8 meetings at the level of ambassadors, 1 field mission, and 1 meeting of the Committee of Experts.
The proposed agenda reflects Algeria's firm determination to lead the Council in tackling the many challenges it faces and reaffirm its place as a central body at continental level. The Summer University of the officials of the Sahrawi Polisario Front today kicked off at the Mohamed Boughara University in the province of Boumerdès, east of Algiers. Our colleague Masoud Sharfi is reporting from there. He has more details.
The opening of the 13th edition of the Summer University was attended by the Governor of Boumerdès, Fouzia Naama, and by representatives of the People's National Assembly, the Ministries of Defense, Foreign Affairs and Higher Education, as well as the President of the Summer University, Mrabih El-Mami Dahi, the Sahrawi Ambassador to Algeria, Khattari Addouh, the Sahrawi Prime Minister Bouchraya Hamoudi Bayoun, the Chairman of the Algerian Committee for Solidarity with the Sahrawi People, Mr. Saeed Ayashi, and several other Sahrawi officials. More than 400 executives, as well as representatives of the Algerian civil society, international personalities, and defenders of the rights of people to self-determination, and ambassadors from several African countries and Central America, Nicaragua, are attending the event, which will last until August 13th, 2025. In his speech, the president of the Summer University, Mrabih El-Mami Dahi, said the 13th edition reflects Algeria's continued support for the Sahrawi people and serves as a platform for training and exchange among Sahrawi executives, while reaffirming Algeria's firm and loyal stance.
This 13th edition of the Summer University comes as a culmination of Algeria's well-known and consistent support for the just struggle of the Sahrawi people and their legitimate fight for freedom and independence. It also serves as a platform for learning and exchange for thousands of executives from the Popular Front for the liberation of Sagi al-Hamra and Wadi al-Dahab and the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, in a clear and vivid demonstration of Algeria's unwavering stance and profound loyalty.
In a statement to Radio Algeria International, Billahi Muhammad Fadel, a representative of the Sahrawi Ministry of Foreign Affairs, said the Summer University reflects Algerian Sahrawi solidarity and aims to strengthen the Sahrawi people's struggle for self-determination and the implementation of UN-backed peace plan.
The Summer University represents for us, the Sahrawi people, an act of solidarity between the two peoples, Algerian peoples and Sahrawi peoples, and its aim is to improve the capacity of the Sahrawi people to organize themselves to continue the fight for the self-determination and the independence of Western Sahara, and how to defend the Sahrawi cause, the implementation of the peace plan as it was adopted unanimously by the Security Council in 1991 and accepted by the two parties in conflict, Polisario Front and Morocco. Also, this will be an occasion to call for the United Nations and the international organization to do everything to facilitate the decolonization of the Western Sahara.
The Summer University, dedicated to the martyr Dabendir Borha and held under the slogan "Struggle and Sacrifice to Achieve Full Independence and Freedom," will address the Sahrawi issue in light of the Sahrawi people's struggle. In this respect, the Summer University program throughout its 10 days will include lectures and discussions on the latest development in the Western Sahara issue, delivered by professors and specialists in various fields, along with other political, cultural and media activities. From Boumerdaz, Masoud Sharfi to Radio Algeria International.
And as hundreds of people rallied in various cities across the world to denounce the continued Israeli violence in Gaza, at least 98 Palestinians have been killed over the past 24 hours in new attacks targeting various areas of the enclave. According to the news agency Wafa, 39 people were killed while queuing for food outside aid distribution centers. Hospital sources put at 175 the number of people who died of famine or malnutrition as the humanitarian situation continued to worsen on account of the Israeli blockade imposed for 4 months on the territory and serious lacks of food and medical supplies. In this connection, the Palestinian government called on the international community to further pressure on the Israeli occupying authorities to secure the reopening of all border crossings of Gaza, to allow in the thousands of lorries laden with aid and stationed outside the territory's entry. That's it for today's news bulletin. Stay tuned on Radio Algeria International.
The Kingdom of Banu Ifran existed in Algeria from 1790 AD